I would like you to take a moment and listen to this guy from the ANC Youth League, and I want you to tell me what do you think about it. And he says some very things which maybe some of you might be happy about if you are in a youth league of the ANC, and also if maybe you are in the youth league again and maybe you are confused, and maybe if you are not in the youth league and maybe you are outside the ANC, you are not an ANC person, maybe you might be angry. And maybe you are angry because why is this guy talking about this? The ANC is okay the way it is, because the way it is, we will deal with it the way it is, because it seems like it's weaker the way it is. We don't want young people, I'm just saying. But take a listen to this, and I hope you enjoy it. And I will speak after that. Stay tuned until the end. Watch till the end and like and subscribe. Thank you. Let's go.
We want this country in the hands of the youth. You can't go to parliament and pass a law that when you turn 65 years, you are a pensioner. But the same person who's passing the law is a pensioner themselves. How does a parliament of people who are over 65 years, but they call themselves members of parliament, councillors, legislature, everywhere else? All those who are above 65 years must live and allow the youth to lead. They must take care of their grandkids and their kids and allow the youth who the ANC has empowered and educated to take over the country. The country can no longer be led by pensioners. The last pensioner who has led the country in this country is President Ramaphosa. He is the last pensioner. After him, there is no pensioner who will be elected to be President of South Africa. Ramaphosa is the last pensioner, and President Ramaphosa is the last pensioner. He must tell his peers that Ratamaya no. Aboje Mantashe lebo Paul Mashatile nako ifedile. Iskadi sabo siphelile sibabhatalile for 1994. We paid them from 94 until now. 31 years we've been paying them. We can no longer pay them. Sikoloto sifedile. The debts are closed. The youth must take over. Umqimbi uphelile abantu abadala. Ungena wethu manje. We want to take responsibility of our own future.
Now, Mr. Colin Malatsi is speaking about the old age ANC leaders in the ANC, from the president to ministers and all of that, okay? And I do understand his point because he's speaking for young people, and which is actually understandable because that's his job, is to speak and stand for young people, okay? Now, I want you guys to tell me if you think that actually, I'm definitely sure that the young people are happy about that because it starts the conversation, okay, about the leadership of the ANC. It starts the conversation of young people taking over as leaders of the ANC, especially sort of top six from president, deputy president, and stuff like that, okay? We all know how it works, okay? The president, deputy president in the ANC, the president becomes the president obviously if they win, and then the deputy president becomes the deputy president if they win, and then that is what it is, okay? Now, Mr. Colin, he speaks about the old age in the ANC, and he says that they are tired of these old people still there in the leadership of the ANC. We want new blood, we want fresh blood, young people and stuff like that, okay? And then he mentions the fact that the minister who announced the labor laws, the new labor laws in terms of retirement, he should be retired. That's what he said, okay? And well, that is his point. That was just a bomb, just to, I guess. And then he continues and speak about Mr. Ramaphosa, and he mentions Mr. Ramaphosa, and he says Mr. Ramaphosa should be the last generation of the old age guys to be the president. Okay, that's what he's fighting for. That's what he's advocating for as the Youth League president. Okay, I guess they agree with him because they were shouting, hey, they were laughing and stuff like that. Now, He speaks about Mr. Ramaphosa to be the last person to actually take over as the president. And then what makes me now think, I am thinking and I'm looking at everything in the ANC, and I'm looking at the leadership of the ANC, and I'm looking at Mr. Ramaphosa, I'm not counting him in. I will count Mr. Mashatile, I will count in Mr. Mbalula, and who else is in the top 6, and all the guys in the top 6, okay? Now, the other guys in the top 6, I don't want to lie to you, I don't know them that much. The only person I know because he's vocal is actually Mr. Mbalula, okay? And the other thing though, is there is a lady, okay, I think she's still new, and then you've got Miss Nomvula Mokonyane, but you'll remember that Mrs. Nomvula Mokonyane, actually she has to come from the Youth League. I believe that the Youth League has to advocate for her, that is if they want a lady or women leader or president, okay, it has to come from them. And now for the Youth League, I think it's a good, according to what I'm saying. Remember, I'm not an analyst, I'm just thinking. It's a good thing that they are doing in terms of advocating for themselves, so that they can, in the future, become presidents, deputy president, ministers, and everything like that, especially young people. Because when you look at the ANC in the National Assembly, unfortunately, guys, we still have people who should be at home, who are old and who should be at home, sitting, relaxing, you know, and everything. There is a chairperson in one of the committees. Guys, there is a chairperson in one of the committees. Which committee is it? I think it's electricity and energy. I think so. She's a lady. Now, I'm very sorry, guys. I'm not saying people should not take over positions or whatever. It's their decision. It's up to them. But I remember I was watching the committee, and I think they were explaining certain things in the board of the ESCOM, and also the other guys there who were there. They were explaining things, and I would listen to that lady when she speaks, when she responds after they have explained things, and then she's like, yeah, you know, we are happy that, you know, you did explain these things in detail, because there was really, just listen to what she says, all right? Because I was listening to the presentation, you know, but you know, there are things that I don't understand. You say some words, you say some things there which I didn't understand, and blah blah blah, and you can tell that the person was listening to the presentation, but there was nothing that was making sense. The question is then, why would a person like that be a chairperson if you don't understand what is going on? And if you need more detailed explanation, as if like they are taking you back to a primary school, and then they are teaching you the basic thing that you should be knowing as a chairperson of a portfolio committee, then it becomes a problem for me. I am very sorry, guys. It becomes a problem for me. I usually listen to Mr. which is according to me, he's still young, okay? Mr. Zibi of the, I think it's Rise Mzansi, right? Yeah, I think so. That guy, when you listen to him questioning, when you listen to him speaking about what he is actually dealing with on that at that time in the committee, you can tell that this guy knows his story. You can tell that he knows what he's talking about. And when he asks questions that tells you that this guy knows about this topic, knows about this thing. Not a person when you come and you mention the energy drill, the energy what, and then the person is confused. He doesn't even know, she doesn't even know what is the what drill, what. Guys, I'm sorry, but it becomes a problem. Okay, and I think coming back to my topic of the Mr. Colin. Now, when we look at the ANC, guys, this is me thinking. Okay, you can think and you can comment and tell me what you think. Now you've got the ANC that has Mr. Ramaphosa, Paul Mashatile. I can put Mr. Mbalula. I can put Mr. Lamula. And perhaps from the Youth League, Youth League, obviously it will be Colin Malatsi. I don't know, what do you think about him becoming the deputy, not even president, deputy president. And then you've got, which I think it will be far away in the future. Guys, one thing that you need to understand, this is a very important point that I'm going to say. In anything that I'm going to say, hear this point. It doesn't matter you are in which party, right? When you are in the youth league, you're still energetic, power, you want things, blah, 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 right? But you forget that you are not going to stay as a youth league forever. That means chances are you might become, or they might want you to become a president while you are, or at the age maybe of what? Of 56. 56, close to your retirement. And then you are the one that they are advocating for. And because you said that, they will come back to you and say, but my guy, you are left with 2 years. You are retiring. I'm just making an example. You are left with 2 years, my guy. Why would they put you there? You see? And you are the one who are advocating that, yeah, the old people, whatever, they will want a young person than you. And then you will be fighting. You end up going to court. Yeah, why are they not allowing me to be president? Because you are the one who spoke about it. That's why I'm saying, guys, as a young person, whatever you say, especially if you are in politics, because we know how politics works. Whatever you say in politics, guys, you must be very careful because it might come and bite you and you won't know what hits you. They will use it against you in the future and you won't believe it, okay? So you've got like these guys, right? And which I think, because I'm thinking of people that could or that can be presidents in the coming years in the ANC. If the ANC wins, maybe wins and becomes president somewhere, somehow, one way or another. Okay. Now you've got Mr. Paul Mashatile, which I believe, according to the track record, according to the history and according to how things are done in the ANC, he should be the next one to actually take over in the presidents of the ANC, not the country, ANC. Okay, and then you will have, okay, I guess, between Mr. Okay, not between. I am expecting that Mr. Mbalula will actually be there, all right? Maybe be there for the deputy president, right? Which automatically, you know what happens after that. He might become what? A president, okay? And tell me, what do you think about that? Remember, in the ANC, they don't want them to talk about the leadership, but I'm not ANC, so I can talk about it because I'm outside the ANC, okay? So, what do you think about that leadership? Now, when it comes to Mr. Mbalula, he went through, or he came through the ranks, as he usually used the word, the ranks of the ANC. Okay, he grew up in the ANC. He was in the Youth League, went on and on and on until now he's the Secretary General. Now, you remember that Mr. Mbalula was complaining in the video that I shared there. Okay, where he was speaking about people talking about bringing somebody who has money to become a president in the ANC. Now he fights against that. He's not taking it well. He doesn't want people who are moneyed and thinking that they will just come and then adjust because they've got money. No, he says everyone wants to be a leader in the ANC. They must come through the ranks, which I think, according to the ANC, that's how they do things. I can tell you guys, if that can happen, the Mr. Whatever that they want to be in the ANC to be the president, who is moneyed and everything, I can tell you, there's gonna be problems. There's gonna be problems. I'm telling you right now. The reason why Mr. Ramaphosa is the president as a businessman is because he was in politics before. He was there, you know. And I believe that they planned it, that one day you will be the president. You know, and we all know that in most cases people they say that, yeah, Mr. Ramaphosa is a white monopoly, yeah, he's for the white people, what, right? The question will be now. The question now will be, who, that is if this is true, right? If this is true, to say that it stands for the white people, whatever. If that is true, those people who are doing that, which is the white, right? Those, the elites, they call them elites. If they want somebody to stand for them then, to be the president in the ANC, that is if that is true, okay? Listen, I'm not saying it's true that he is standing for white, I don't know, okay? But if that is true, who do you think they might be thinking about? Because you've got Paul Mashatile. Paul Mashatile, I think they can give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe to say, listen, let him just run, because we do have no one right now. Who else? That is why this thing of Mr. I think he spoke about Mr. Mutsipe, Mr. Mfile Mbalula. That is why you can see that people are thinking of that. They are thinking of that because now this thing, it comes back to who is going to look for the interest of the, you get my point, right? So it becomes a problem now. Now, you've got all these guys. Now, Mr. Lalamula also, I am putting in him there because he's still young and perhaps he's also coming through that. Now, on the Women's League, we all know the topic of a woman becoming a president. Miss Dlamini Zuma tried, it didn't work out. And Miss Sisulu also, I think they did mention about it and whatever. I think other people outside the politics, not politics, but other people, you know, thinking about that she might be, you know, and all of that. But she disappeared now. She's nowhere to be found. That is why, guys, I'm saying, for me, especially if you see that the leadership is about to shake up in your party, and as a youth league, for example, or women's league, you want your person to be there, I think you should be more active. Not talk about the leadership, but more active. Be visible, be seen, show the person actually without even mentioning them. Show them that this is the person that we might, you know, put in there and stuff like that, you know, because the youth league has started that thing. They are speaking. We don't want the old people, they must go out and blah, 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 right? And they are advocating that the young people must be more involved, not put in the background in parliament also, you know? And when you think about the presidency of the ANC, you look at parliament, another person maybe I might put in the line to maybe go through that, maybe end up being the secretary and then end up being the president, the deputy. It might be Mr. Mokhupa. Between Mr. Mokhupa and Mr. Lamula, those two, I think also they will be in line, according to what I am seeing at this point, especially taking out the old guys that are in the ANC. Because according to me, the old guys who are in the ANC right now, I don't see anyone who can be the president right now, except Mr. Mashatile. Who else? Think about it. Maybe you can put some names in the comments. Tell me, who do you think in the old guys, I can even say retired guys, who are there, who you think can take over after Mashatile? Except that it is young people who take over then. Who else? Think about it. Just think who else. Who is that person? Okay? Now, I really don't know, guys, what do you think about this? All right? For me, I think young people are happy in the youth league, in the ANC Youth League, are very happy about that he mentioned that actually, you know, and he makes, you know, I don't know, but he makes sense with that. I think it's a good thing to do right now at this moment. And Mr. Malul is fighting this thing to say people are speaking about leadership, blah, blah, you must stop it. And people, guys, they will not stop because they know that if we stop and we wait until that time, you won't know what we are advocating for. We want to make it very clear to you. This is what we stand for. This is what we want to see. And Mr. Kokoleni actually said that if there is a minister, the minister of any department, if that minister is old, the young person must be the deputy minister. Young person, young. Because in the GNU, you can see that actually the deputy, I don't know why, it was the GNU anyway. There's a guy there who is a deputy president. I don't know, he's from the part, I forgot the part. And I'm like, but guys, come on, really? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, if we want to take our country serious, we must take young people serious, okay? It's a youth month. We need to take young people serious. And I don't care who says what. We need to put them in the firing line. Let them be there. Let them get engaged. Let them get there. Okay? Let them feel how it is. When they get there, at least they are ready. And I don't know if... Okay, they have got the youth league. Now, Mr. Colin Mallard, obviously, after this youth league... Because I don't look at leadership... I don't look at people becoming the president of the ANC from the youth league. For me, that means I don't look at them from the perspective of while they are still in the youth league and say, this one, he can be a good president in the ANC. No, I wait for them until they are done with the youth league and then they jump into the other side. That means that's where we will see. That is where we will see the leadership. We will see the person leading. We will see that person. Because when you are still in the youth league, obviously, NAG is still advocating for youth people, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you say things because you want to sound, you know, aggressive and everything. But when you go out, a lot of people, they punch. A lot of people, they tone it down. Just like the other guy who, who left the DA, Liam Jacobs, he said that, yeah, they told me to tone it down. You know, you tone it down. Politics humbles you because you are no longer in the youth league now. You have to look at other options. Okay, I want to be a minister, I want to be a mayor, I want to be that. Because you want to develop yourself to such an extent where you end up maybe being in the place where you become a president. All right? Don't tell me that Mr. Mbalula doesn't want to be a president. He wants to. He wishes to be a president. Okay? And I think maybe after Mr. Mashatile, he could be the one maybe who would be the deputy president of the ANC. I don't know how it's gonna work because I guess, and I'm thinking Mr. Lamula might contest. Maybe on the next time, he might contest, especially if it's Mbalula, especially in the deputy president part. He might actually contest. That means we might have 3 people contesting. Mashatile, Mbalula, and Mr. Lamula. And obviously, Mr. Mashatile will win according to what I'm saying. And Mr. Mbalula maybe win the second part. And then Mr. Lamula maybe loses. But it could be a contest of deputy. Maybe they might be close. But I don't think that if it's close, they will want to vote again. And anyone who loses, loses. And then next time, he will be the deputy. Obviously, that's what happens in the ANC. I don't know, guys, what do you think about what Mr. Collins said? As a young person out there, you are watching what he said and you are thinking about Parliament, old people there, because in Parliament, guys, I don't want to lie to you. There was a chairperson, I don't know, it's what, electricity or department or whatever. I forgot the department. The lady I'm like, what is going on? When the people that were explaining their questions and explaining deeply, and the lady was there, was like, yeah, no, you know, we appreciate this thing that you guys, you have explained now. It seems like, you know, we understand, because in the first place, when we were doing the presentation, we didn't understand anything. You know, I was lost. And I'm like, why are you sitting there? Because in fact, while the person are doing the presentation, you should understand. When they talk about the drill, the what energy drill, what capacity, you have to know as a chairperson who's sitting there. You should know that. I believe so, especially if your committee is specifically about the energy. You should know that. And if you don't know that, you need people to take you to primary school to give you basics, then it becomes a problem. That is why sometimes I do compare these committees in Parliament. You look at the committee of Scopa there. There's a guy there who's called Zizibi. I think it's Rise Mzansi guy. When he asks questions and when he speaks about the topics that they speak about there, you can tell that these guys know what he's talking about. He did his research and he has an idea of what is going on. When he analyzes and investigate the presentation, you tell that you see this guy, he knows his stories, okay? But some guys, I don't know, guys. For me, I believe that sometimes when they put them into chairperson, they're just giving them a chance, you know, to make some mulanyana, and then maybe they will leave, because I don't think they will, you know. I'm just thinking that there should be young people there, guys. The Committee of Higher Education, that guy is a young person there. And also the Committee of what? I don't know. Committee of Sports Arts. I don't know that guy is still young or what. But I think so. I don't know. I don't know. But I would expect that in committees there must be young people. I don't care who says what. There must be young people in there. Old people, they can be there, but they should be sitting down there and giving young people the chairpersonship there. And let them express themselves. Let them run this thing so that they can learn, so that they can grow. That is not only for the ANC, but for everyone. Every party, GNU, whatever party, they have to put young people there. Otherwise, we will have a very, very broken leadership and people who are not trained, who just say, well, anyway, it's okay, guys. Tell me, what do you think? I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will appreciate that. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.